Hey guys, thank you for joining me and welcome back to another video of me fixing up this E36 rust bucket. As you have seen the last video, I have assembled the E36 engine. I mean, there's still a couple of parts left for me to assemble, but it is like 80% done. All that's left to do is just a general cleaning and getting ready to put the engine back into the car. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this engine bay. Some parts a bit rusty, so I need to fix that. And yeah, overall it looks terrible right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna clean this up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the fuel lines off, and I need to fix that as well. And the brake line one is leaking, so I have to get a new one. And I need to fix the heater box, quite fun, and the gearbox as well. I'm just gonna clean it and change some seals. I need to rebuild this generator as well. Well, by rebuilding it, I just need to change the bearings. Hopefully it's not gonna be a difficult job. I was just cleaning the engine bay and look how much rust I have found. Pretty healthy amount of rust. This is the other side, as you can see. Not that much, but still, I'm gonna apply some rust converter, and hopefully it will stop the rust from expanding it more. So yeah, I mean, I almost finished cleaning the engine bay. Well, it looks still kind of terrible, but it's better than it was before. I just removed all the dirt and other stuff that was in those corners. Don't mind my mess, but I removed these, it's an engine stand mount. Yeah, I have no idea how long they have been in my car. But yeah, they don't look that terrible, to be honest with you. They're not that, bent or torn apart. But I still got these poly engine mounts because I want to drive. I wanna feel like I'm driving a brick. So the engine bay is finally cleaned. At least it's better than it was before. I know it's not perfect, but I just can't be bothered by it. I fixed the rust issue. I put some rust converter, I put some primer, and I put some sealant as well. Just painted it, and yeah, that's how it looks right now. I'm just gonna keep this way because I'm too lazy and I don't have time to paint the whole engine bay. This is the other side. I fixed some issues here as well, the bracket, and I put some poly engine mounts as well. So yeah, as far as the engine bay, it is done. Okay, this by far was the sketchiest thing I've ever done on this car. Let me explain you. As you can see, these two are the fuel lines, and they were a bit corroded. So I thought that I will remove these lines and get rid of the rust. The whole bracket that was holding the brake line in place was corroded as well, both of them. So I tried everything imaginable to get it off, but it didn't work. So I thought of the sketchiest thing ever. I picked up the angle grinder and just cut the bracket off. As you know, the spark and the fuel is not always a good combination, but I know for the fact that there's no fuel in here, but still, it was sketch as fuck. Anyways, now since I removed these, I will remove the rust, put some rust protection, and put them back in. Another thing, the brake line is leaking from both places, I believe, here as well. So I might as well change the whole brake line, probably. So I removed the old brake line and installed a new one. The brake line itself, it's a copper one, it's easy to bend. I could bend it by hand, so I don't know whether it's a good idea to leave that in or not, but fingers crossed it's not gonna leak, because if it does, I'm gonna be fucked. This is the side that I am more concerned about. I couldn't secure it all the way in because the fuel tank is in my way, and I tried to secure it as much as I can. Hopefully it's not gonna leak. If it does, I'm f***ed as well, and I will have to remove the gas tank once again, and I don't want to do that. Anyways, I fixed the fuel lines. I just put some anti-corrosion protection and just painted black, and now they look better than it was before. Okay, the heater box. I need to clean this heater box, and I'm gonna change the blower motor, I believe this is how it's called, because it was making some noise. Make a new gasket out of something different. I'm not gonna buy a OEM gasket because it's like 50 euros. It's not really worth it. So yeah, now I'm gonna clean this up and I will check whether the heater core is leaking or not. If I don't see any coolant leak around the heater core and its pipes, then I'm gonna keep it, because if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Okay, so I have disassembled the heater box, and yeah, this is how my heater core looks like.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're...
I mean, what the actual how? I mean, how? I mean, I knew that when I bought this car, it didn't have the air filters. And yeah, that's probably the reason why it has so much shit. It doesn't seem that the heater box is leaking because it doesn't have where to leak. I might as well change these gaskets. I mean, I'm gonna clean this up and probably put this back together because I don't see anything wrong with it.
What?
Of course, this is I do not have an AC, and this is way simpler than the AC version. AC version has these aluminum pipes where you can scratch them easily and you're f***ed. But this one, it's way easier, so I guess this is it. You know what? On the other hand, I will change this. It's covered with so much debris that you can't really clean this off anymore. So yeah, I'm gonna change this. It's like 40 euros or 50 euros or something. It's not that expensive. Okay, so I pretty much secured the heater box, and there are 4 screws that you have to secure, 2 on that side and 2 on that side, and there's 1 screw that I have to secure in order to connect these pipes. I put a tiny screw back there just for this bracket to hold the whole blower motor, because it was loose, and you know, when it's loose it's gonna hit the plastic, and then yeah, it's gonna make the annoying sound. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these plastics back in, I'm gonna put the cabin filter, and yeah, the heater box will be done. I'm gonna be changing the output seal, this little seal, and the input shaft seal, and I'm gonna film it and upload it to the Instagram. Look what the condition of oil was. I mean, I have no idea when the last oil change was done. I haven't driven this car for about 2 years, so I have no idea. I can't remember whether I changed the oil or not. So yeah, anyways, now I'm gonna change the seals on the gearbox. I removed this pin, this clip, removed this pin easily, just slides through it, and then I picked up a screw, just did that, and yeah, I pried the seal out. Now I'm gonna put new back in. So the new seal is in. I used the hammer a couple of times and 50mm socket, and yeah, the seal is in. Now what's left for me to do is put this back in and I'm good to go. Output shaft seal is removed as well. The process is pretty simple. Just grab a flathead, push it down with a hammer a couple of times, and then just pry it open, just like that. So I removed the bolt, which was pretty stubborn. I did it with the... Oh, she's fuck. What the fuck? I did remove the nut with my impact gun. Then I grabbed the 3-leg puller, this is how it's called, and remove this piece. And then you can just pick up the seal and remove it. Oh, by the way, I read it on the forum that I should put Coral T2 liquid gasket on the splines and the shaft as well, I believe, because they are notorious for leaking anyways. The input seal is right here. All I did was to remove this plate, this fork, and yeah, and there's the seal. And I'm gonna change these 2 little things as well. Might as well do this while I'm here, so yeah. So I was trying to secure the exhaust studs. It took me way too long, but yeah, it's almost done. However, yeah, this fucking stud, it just fucking broke on me. It's so goddamn annoying. Yeah, now I'm gonna weld the nut. I'm gonna weld the nut to here and hopefully it will come off. Once again, this little Polish welder is the fucking MVP. Oh my god, it took me like 4 tries, but yeah, it's coming off. I bought a new one. It's a bit shorter than my old one, but it should do it fine. So yeah. Oh Jesus, yes, it feels so goddamn good. Okay, I'm gonna wrap the episode here, guys. The engine build is almost coming to an end. There's some bits and pieces left, but I'm gonna do most of it off camera. This episode, it was mostly boring stuff, but it was truly important because I've fixed the gearbox seals. I put back the heater box, the poly engine mounts. I cleaned up the engine bay, you know, it looks hideous, I know. Put the brake line in. I've changed the clutch slave cylinder. And I guess this is it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a simple video, nothing too major happened here. But next episode will be hopefully very important, because this engine will give its first breath and we'll see how it sounds, we'll see how it runs, and yeah, we'll see if I did a good job or not. So yeah, thank you guys for everything and see you guys very, very soon.